The Route of St. James is one of the largest spiritual, cultural, and religious events to take place throughout the history of humanity, attracting pilgrims from all over the world to make their way to Santiago de Compostela, the final resting place of the Apostle St. James. There are two routes or ways that pass through the region of Asturias. One is the northern coastal route, and the other is the Camino Primitivo, or the original way, said to be the very first pilgrimage ever made to Santiago de Compostela. During the 9th century, while holding court in Oviedo, King Alphonse the Chaste set out on a journey to Galicia in the northwest of the peninsula in order to confirm the discovery of the remains of the Apostle St. James. On confirmation that the discovery was indeed St. James, King Alphonse ordered the construction of a basilica to store the saint's remains, and since then the route between Oviedo and Santiago de Compostela has become one of the first and most important Christian pilgrimages in the world. This original way starts in the Asturian capital of Oviedo, passing through Las Rogueras, Grado, Sales, Tineo, Polo de Illande, and Grandes de Salime, where the route then enters the province of Lugo in Galicia, finally finishing at Santiago de Compostela. The pilgrimage starts at the Cathedral of San Salvador in Oviedo, which has been an important religious centre since medieval times. The cathedral is home to some of the most important relics in Christendom, including the Holy Shroud, and is considered to be an essential stopping point when doing any of the routes of St. James. It's because of this there is a saying that goes, "He who visits Santiago, but not San Salvador, visits the servant, but not the Lord." When visiting the San Salvador Cathedral, give yourself some extra time to explore the wonderful capital city of Oviedo, where you will find some fine examples of pre-Romantic architecture, both religious and civic. This bustling city is full of great places to eat and sleep, and its pedestrianized streets offer a great opportunity to buy gifts and necessities before you continue on your journey. Those with a sweet tooth shouldn't leave Oviedo without trying the delicious little cakes called carabellones. On bidding farewell to Oviedo, the landscape changes from urban to rural as you make your way along the route of the municipality of Las Rogueras. It is here where you can visit the pre-Romantic church of San Pedro de Nora. This beautiful 9th century church has been declared a national monument since 1931. The next stage of the journey brings us to the market town of Grado. As you enter the town, you will pass over the magnificent stone bridge and church of Peñaflor, acting as a gateway into this fertile and pretty valley. Grado is a hub of activity thanks to its traditional market, which has been running since medieval times. The market is held on Sundays and Wednesdays and is a good opportunity to stock up on essentials and maybe try the local cheese, called afo al lapitu, or the dessert tocenillo de cielo. The old town centre is worth passing through as it has plenty of places to stop and eat, as well as some excellent examples of classic Indiano architecture. Once rested, it's time to leave Grau and continue on the Way of St. James, stopping briefly at the sanctuary of El Fresno and take in the wonderful views of the valley. Sales is the next port of call, but before you get there you will have an opportunity to visit the beautiful 11th century monastery of San Salvador in the village of Corniano. This monastery boasts some of the most incredible stone carvings as well as an impressive bell tower. You then proceed on to the medieval town of Sales, where you will find the stunning castle and tower of Valdez, as well as the collegiate church of Santa Maria la Mayor. Within the quaint town centre, you will find plenty of places to eat and also try the famous biscuits called Carajitos del Profesor. The surrounding area of Sales is made up of valleys and rolling hills, making the area ideal for hiking, and the main river called Narcea is one of the most important salmon rivers in southern Europe. We continue on to the town of Tineo, a hillside village with spectacular views of the surrounding mountains. Tineo has been an important town since the Roman times, thanks to the vast gold mining in the area. As pilgrims arrive into the town, they first pass the Campo del San Roque church, heading on to the town centre where they will find the Pilgrims Hostel and Hospital, also the very interesting Sacred Art Museum and San Pedro and Cruciero Church. While in Tineo, you'll have an opportunity to sample the famous cold meats from the area such as chosco. Leaving Tineo, we make our way towards Polo de Illande, stopping at the 13th century monastery of Santa Maria la Real de Abona. This is a good place to rest a while and take in the natural surrounds. From there, you will enter into the beautiful mountain town of Allande, greeted first by the Cienfuegos Palace and the Avellano Church. Close by Allande, you will find the Church of Ceylon and San Chus settlement. Polo de Illande is famous for heartwarming casseroles and cured meats, as well as a delicious wild mountain honey. From Allande, you will make your way towards the impressive Palo Pass and Montefurado, where you are rewarded with incredible views of a journey ahead. You will pass by the Xuanrata and Fono de la Freta aqueducts, allowing you to witness the large impact the Romans had on the area. From here, we follow our way down through the valley, passing by the beautiful historic stone village of San Emiliano, and entering into the last stage of the original way in Asturias. Our journey takes us to the mountain village of Grandes de Salime, stopping briefly at the dramatic engineering feat of Grandes Dam and Reservoir. Afterwards, you reach Grandes de Salime, a quaint rural town which is home to one of the most impressive ethnographic museums in Asturias. At the center of the town, you will find the 12th century collegiate church of San Salvador. Grandes de Salime is famous for its rustic food, with plenty of influence from the neighboring Galicia, especially for octopus. You will also have a chance to try the wonderful sponge cakes called mantecadas. A short distance from Grandes de Salime is the Pilgrims Hostel, which sits at the foot of the well-preserved Chao San Martin Settlement and Interpretation Center. It is from here that you bid farewell to Asturias, descending towards the Acebo Pass and into the province of Lugo in Galicia. By now you have been well fed, well rested and spiritually replenished as you continue in the original footsteps of King Alphonse towards the magnificent Santiago de Compostela, the final resting place of St. James.